What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and you know what time it is. It is time to get these trades reviewed. Today was a pretty good day, and as you can see what the shirt says, hope was not a strategy today. Took some pretty good trades. We were actually batting 500 today. We took 2 winners, 2 losers. The last trade that we took in the afternoon, snafu on my part, and it should have been a quick green trade, but we'll see what happened once we get to reviewing. Let's go ahead and pull up the thumbnail watch list real quick. We had 6 on the chart to go high today, to go long, and look at all of them. Airbnb, wicked flushed. It had gapped up over the previous day's high, which is the green line. It flushed all the way back down to the low of yesterday. But look at how the low held strong until we got over here in the afternoon. So, like I said, that's why I'm starting to key in on these areas. So basically what that shows is it was a gap up. So of course it was going to be on the gap list this morning. We would have been looking for it to bounce and hold off of this here and then go higher. So Airbnb flushed. We had AMAT on there for the same reason. Gap down, or not gap down, but broke down. AMD, same thing. Micron, same thing. We did take a trade on Micron. Had Nike on there again, flushed down. NVDA, it's a broken record, same thing. And we see that's exactly what the Q did. You can look at the Q and you can look at NVDA, almost identical. Almost identical. SPY was choppy. And then we had HAL, Halliburton, on the list to go short or to play puts. Took a trade on that one. Nice trade. Then we had DIS to go short. It kind of chopped around, but we didn't get a trade on that one. And then one that's not on the list that we took a trade on this afternoon was DGX. Saw it on the, scrolling through a watch list, saw it, figured I'd take a stab at it. And it was an error on my part. I think I did it the other day. Once we pull up the charts, we'll take a look at it and see what that error was. But let's go ahead. Let us get Tradervue pulled up. And got that hotkey set to that. I need to find another hotkey. But we're reviewing trades for Wednesday, April 20th, 420 for y'all 420 folk. Took 4 trades today. Like I said, 2 of them red, 2 of them green. Closed P&L 194. We were over 200 until we took that last trade. Like I said, HAL, good trade, 154. Still sitting in some puts in my Webull account. May expiration. I was so tempted to close them out today, but I'm gonna try to hold steadfast in them, see if they're bouncing. We can get a little bit more out of them. I shouldn't say bounce, but see if they can get back low, because Halliburton did pull back up a little bit off of the lows today. Red trade on AMD. Nice trade on MU. And of course, as I mentioned, DGX. Small loss. But that should not have been that. But let's go ahead. Let's get the charts pulled up. And if you hadn't already, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. Neither one of those will cost you a dime to do, and you will be helping your boy Look Around out immensely. But this is a SPY. I just want to take a peek at it. Look at that thing. It just chopped around the high of the previous day, all day today. No real direction. So we were good on trading the SPY today. But first trade, HAL Halliburton. I got family that works for Halliburton, Brown and Root. Pretty good company to work for, I have heard. But we were taking Halliburton to go low today. We were taking it to go low, and look at what it did. It went low. We got in this trade at 936. Let's see, we're 936. We got in on this candle right here. We see Halliburton opened and just dropped. And we got in right as it was breaking the 50 moving average. We bought two puts on this one. So this was an aggressive play. Stop was up here. We see we never had to worry about the stop. But stop was here. And got in the trade. This one, we got out at 948. So we ended up sitting through this pullback right here and ended up getting out on this green candle as it was coming back up. This one came down. It made this nice move. I didn't catch it when it was pulling back up. And I ended up moving my stop to break even because of that. And set through the pullback. It made this move back down, and we got out as it was retesting this area. Had this thing broke and continued down, we would have been good. But I say I miss my opportunity to get out right here. I'm not gonna miss my opportunity to get out right there. Look at what that thing did. Pull back, kept going. So if we knew how a trade would work every time, I definitely would not have got out right there. We just would have kept riding that back down. But good trade. We made 154 bucks off of that one. Paid $173 per contract. We got out of those contracts for $250 each, giving us a total of $154. We were green and good. Could have packed up right then and called it a day. But we didn't. Sat around chatting in the Relentless Trader chat room and ended up taking another trade on AMD. That was our second trade. We see AMD had broke down nicely, and we ended up taking this one at 1016. Let's see where 1016 would have been at. Right there. So got in right here. This one, we only took one contract. Looking at this chart, it's one of those 50-50 ones. It's one of those 50-50s. This came down kind of choppy. It wasn't nice, smooth sequentials. This thing then pulls all the way back up to here. So sellers came in extremely late. They should have came in a lot earlier to keep this going down. So we got in right there, one contract. Of course, two contracts. I'm going to try to set my stop right there. One contract, I'm going to give it extra room. Let's see where we stopped out on this bad boy at. So got out at 1051. 1051. So let's see where 1051 is. Right here in this green candle. 1051.48. So somewhere it's probably up here near VWAP. Yeah, still would have stopped out putting it right there. I was thinking like, okay, let me see, because the VWAP was coming down. So had the stop been right there, we still would have, peekaboo would have stopped us out. But it made the move we were looking for it to make. Made a move, made a nice move down. But we lost 26 bucks on that trade. And that's what I like to see. I like to see that the numbers work. Like I said, one contract right there. Oh, I'm sorry. One contract up there is going to make me lose my risk that I'm usually risking. Two contracts, I put my stop right there and I'm going to lose the same amount of money. Give it that extra room to get this extra money. But wasn't a good entry right there. Just looking at the sellers didn't get back into that one. So that was our second trade of the day. And then we took MU. Got an MU just shortly after we got into AMD. And again, I had this one on the list to go higher. I had this on the list to go higher, people. This had gapped up. It made this move and broke right back down, came back right back down, and then it just chopped around the VWAP. And we got in this one at 1019, and I'll let you look at it here. 1019 right there. Looking at it on this chart on the 1 minute, again, I done kind of got away from the 1 minute. I will look at it just off the open. Like I said, maybe, I think the other day I said 30 minutes to an hour, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I just want to see tight moves off the open until we can get a couple of 2-minute candles formed, or we can get some 5-minute candles formed. Looking at this, okay, it pulled back up to the VWAP. Let's look at the 5-minute. And the 5 minutes over here, but I'm gonna bring it up on the big chart. Let's bring it up on the big chart. Bam. Look at where my arrow is. Now, when you look at it, I would ask, does it look a little better? To me, yes. So this pulled up, it's just chopped around, left this nice top and tail right here, and we got in as it broke. So what I do, I highlight this candle, I look up to the top of the chart, it's going to tell me to open, the high, the low, and the close. I'm going to see that the low was 78.68. When this next candle breaks 74.68, I'm hitting buy on the ask, and we bought 2 contracts on this one. So soon as this candle here hit 74.68, I'm buying on the ask to get in the trade. Sometimes I get skipped. Most of the time it'll get me in there. But got in right there. And this one here, 2 contracts, put my stop there. Clean entry. This was a clean trade here. So no extra wiggle room needed. Let's get 2 contracts. Let's get aggressive. And we set through this. It pulled back on us, came back down, and we got out at 11.25. So we got out on this green candle right there as it was making another pullback and running again. Look where it was coming to. That green line, that's our previous day's high. It was coming right back down to that, headed back up. It's like, okay, we up 74 bucks. Let's get out of this trade. And we got out of this trade. We see it pull back. Look at that perfect test. Right to the number. Came up. Testing again is going to peekaboo you if you got your stop sitting right there. Peekaboo you and stop you out. Came back up. It just chopped right along yesterday's high until it finally broke it. And then it closed below it. But another solid trade there. Another solid trade with another good entry. And just trying to be a little more patient with my trading. If I could do that we can get more green trades instead of me just trying to I always say trade to be trading. I don't need to trade to be trading. I need to be trading to make money. But this was our last morning trade. Went on about our day. As I always do, I'll come back to the desk, pop it open, see what the market is doing. Went up, changed this over here to my daily high list. This is going to give me everything that's trading above the list. Scroll through to it, and I came up on DGX. Let's pull DGX up. And we see DGX, it did pretty good today. It opened below, so this wouldn't have been on the list initially, but as soon as it peekaboos over this line, it's going to automatically add it to this watch list, and it's going to send a message. Came back down, peekabooed back over it again, and like I said, had I been sitting there and checking this list, possibly would have seen and got a trade on this. But like I said, I caught it afternoon, and it was coming back down to here. And let's see, let's look at it on the 2-minute real quick. Just see what it looks like. Somewhat looks the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark where I got in the trade, and then we'll discuss it. Actually, I'm sorry, let's do the 1 minute so we can get a precise candle. 253. I was getting in right there. Right there. You look at that and you say, what were you doing? Especially, I bought a call. Bought a call right there. But now we can go back to the 5 minute. Let's look at it like that. Because again, I wasn't looking at the 2 minute. So bought this, overlooked the VWAP right there. I did. So first mistake. I wanted a put. If you come over here, let me make sure I'm not blocking it. Okay. If you come over here, watch list puts. You see the AMD put, you see the MU put, you see the Halliburton put, you see a DGX call. Instead of me highlighting, dragging the put, I highlighted the call and put the call in the put list. My play on this was the market was showing a little weakness. I was buying this as it got a little heavy, not paying attention that the VWAP was right there. Playing this just to break down. We see that it did. This was just going to be a quick scalp trade. I wasn't going to be trying to hold this through any kind of incredible move. I just wanted this to pop down because I'm looking at this room over here. I'm looking at all of this room down here to the left, looking to the left. Coming back down, afternoon. Let's see if we can get this flush coming down. I notice when it moves down that I'm not really getting in the money and I'm going negative. And I'm like, what is going on? That's when I noticed that I had bought a call. Got out of this at 15.10. I guess we can keep it on that. There's the 15.10 candle. So got on this, got out as again, it had made this move down. And I'm like, why am I not seeing the profit that I want? Next candle, I was out of it and we lost $8. And then look what it does. Look at what it does. Don't sell it right there and ride it back up. We would have made money on a mistake. But I'd rather take the $8 loss, laugh about it, shake my head, pay more attention next time, than to ride this back up and make money. Some people might look at it differently, but that's how I looked at that one. But that was our last trade of the day. Like I said, $8 loss. Closing us out on the day for 194. Not a bad day at all. Took a stock trade in the other account. It was AV something. Let's see. Uh-oh. I don't want the watch list. I want my daily ideas. ALVR. Took a nice trade off of that one. Real nice trade. Missed the initial entry that I wanted. Let's take a peek at it and see what it did. It was right here. Right here. Took a nice trade and made some good money on that one. And that was it for the day. But hope y'all enjoyed this recap. Like I said, if you did, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. I would definitely love to have you as a sub. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.